Okay. The author in this passage does not seem to like the fact that Davis used the Puritan colonies as a basis for comparison. And it's useful to think about why. Why on earth would he care? So, here's a picture of, the original colonies and stuff, right? Let's say that, as this picture shows, all of these ones up here, all these green ones, these are all Puritan. And then all these, just these two blue ones down here that are Southern, right? If that's the case, then you could look and say, okay, well, most of these colonies, they were interested in all the Puritan ideas, like the communal impulse and stuff, and that was kind of the norm, And then these colonies down here, these blue ones, they were just weird, sort of different, like they weren't really into that. They were into metropolitan cultural models and politics and the law and stuff like that, and that's what they were interested in. And that was different, and it was strange. And if this is the political layout, or the cultural layout, I should say, then that actually makes sense to describe it that way. But if this is our cultural layout, then it doesn't make any sense, right? If the only two colonies that had anything to do with Puritan ideas and communal impulse and all that stuff, if the only two colonies were these ones, then you can't go around saying, well, most of the colonies were really interested in Puritan ideas, and all these blue colonies, they just really differed. It was very strange. They were just different. They wanted, big cities and metropolitan and all that stuff, and they really were interested in the law. You wouldn't say it that way anymore. It wouldn't make any sense to talk about it like, oh yeah, these blue colonies were the weird ones, because they're the vast majority of the colonies at this point, right? So that's the idea that it's getting at. You can't, using something as a basis for comparison when it is basically almost non-existent anyway, it just doesn't make any sense. And the author actually goes on to say, regardless, that these two green colonies were becoming more like the blue colonies anyway. So, use that for your next couple of questions. Ready, set, go.